Okay, so the sweet corn is germinated by the wind. So the best method of planting it is to sow it in a grid. So each sweet corn has got an equal chance of getting pollinated by one of its neighbours. Let's see, one here. So nothing really. You don't need to do anything really elaborate. As you can see, nice root system, they're ready to go out. So you just plant them and water them really. They should take off. This bed, well, I say bed, this area originally was full of brambles and nettles, and every year it's another chore to dig out any new brambles. Okay, so that's my first line. I don't have many. But you know, if we do get some sweet corn on it, there should be enough here with the 9 plants to do me and Pip. I'll give a couple to Delilah as well. As I said, I was supposed to be getting new smart meters in today. We've had smart meters in for a while, but the gas one has stopped reporting back to EDF doing a meter reading. So they're bringing out these new generation of smart meters. So it says, yeah, we'll have some new ones. It'll save me having to read the meter every month. But yeah, for whatever reason, I got cancelled. And once I've got this done, I can use this this tray to do some beetroot seedlings at home. Not had much luck with beetroot this year. It's usually quite an easy crop to grow, but for some reason I've struggled this year. Okay, that's 2 lines. And this area is also very stony. I think it used to be part of the perimeter road or something. So there's all this hardcore, which is mixed in with the soil. Anyway, I don't often grow much here because the first year I grew sweet corn, I was amazed I had lots of it. And I thought it was great. The second year I grew sweet corn, the badgers got it all. And practically every year since, the badgers have got it. I built this cage a couple of years back, but I've never really had the chance to use it properly. And there's one of these sweet corns that is really In fact, it was the first one I put in. It was really, really small, so I'm hoping it survives. I am going to be putting some slug pellets down, and I'll put some slug juice down as well. It seems to be working well, that slug juice. Because when I took up all the grass, there was lots of... Oh, that's a bit close. There was lots of slugs and snails. One in here, and I've got I've got two left. Okay. I'll just put these last two in. Won't harm, and I'll give them a water. I'll give them a water. I was quite surprised we didn't hear. The ground was quite soft because of all the recent rain we've had, which is quite good. And there's quite a lot of red ants as well. There we go, this is the last one. So this variety is called Incredible. It's an F1 variety. And I hope the slugs leave it alone so it can grow. A couple of Christmases ago, someone gave me this little stocking filler, and it is seed balls, and they're surrounded in clay. According to this, they're in clay, and there's chili powder in there and compost. So there's a mixture of chili powder and compost and the seed, and then they take that ball and surround it in clay. And the clay is supposed to protect the seeds, and the chili powder is supposed to deter the insects, and the compost gives them a head start. So, and there's a mix, this is a herb mix. And there's basil, dill, parsley, marjoram and chives. I've never had any success growing chives. I've tried them lots of times. So anyway, I'm going to try, they are, as I said, I did get them a couple of years back, but I'm going to try them. It says simply scatter on top of soil in the garden or pot and water. So I've got a little trough thing down here. I'm going to put these in. I think I'm going to cover them. No, I'm not. I'm just going to water them. That's what I'll do. So down here, So I don't know what's in which, but I'll space them out a bit. And we'll water them and we'll see what happens. Who knows? Might get some seed, some herbs. Right, and that's them in. Okay, so there's a Facebook page or whatever you can have a look at. And I'm just going to get some water. So I'm going to see if I can lift this one handed, just about. I'll put this over here. That'll be that. That's the tomato bed ready for the next load of tomatoes. I'll need to find some more bricks just to hold this top down, this weed fabric down. Just so I don't have to constantly have to weed it all summer. Right, that's me for today. I'll be back again during the week. Welcome back everyone. It's Saturday the 13th of June and we're almost halfway through the month of June, and this is the first really decent day of weather we've had for quite a while. It's been rather cold the past week at least. So up at the plot, got quite a few jobs get done, but it's near the end of the day now. So there's just a few more jobs to get done, and I'll show you what these are. I've brought up my celeriac. I've got 2 of them. So they're going in the ground. That way I won't have to keep watering or look after them. So let's go and get these in the ground. Then we can get onto one of the other jobs just before I have to leave. I'll give you a quick look round at the end, show you what we've been up to, but let's get these in the ground. Right, this is the bed where I sowed the beetroot, and I've got nothing. There is no beetroot there. It's also got the wasabi in, and unfortunately quite a lot of it is gone to seed. So I will be pulling the stuff that's gone to seed out. I'll give this a little weed over, and then I'll put in these, what do you call them, celeriacs. I'll just use this for weeds. Yeah, it's been a nice day here today, not too hot, but it's been a strange weather. It's been a really strange weather the past week, 2 weeks. Just some usual suspects, bindweed. The grass will need a cut as well sometime during the week. I'm hoping that for a week of good weather, and then I can get up here and do a final push, get everything into the ground. Then I can get on with other jobs. Yeah, there's always 101 jobs to do. So anyway, that's the wasabi that's got the seed. That's out. Other things today, it's mostly been weeding, to tell you the truth. I've weeded I haven't completely weeded the peas, but I've made a start. And I have weeded out the carrot bed. I really made a mistake with that. I should have left it for a month before I planted seeds in it, because the weeds that came up looked very similar to carrots, and it was very confusing. And in the end, the weeds took over, and I couldn't tell what was a carrot, what wasn't. So I've weeded that as best I can. I'm sure I've taken a few carrots out. But I'll sow some new carrot seed next week. Still plenty of time for that. In fact, what I think I'll do is I think I'll go all in with the pelleted carrot seed, and that way I should have a better idea of where stuff's coming up. Oh, there's a beetroot. That's actually one beetroot there. I'll leave that just in case. Can't believe one beetroot, and it's one of the golden boulder ones. You can tell because the stem of the seedling is yellow, where if it was one of the red ones, it would be well, it'd be red instead of yellow. It's just bindweed after bindweed. That's the air ambulance flying past. Right, celeriac. These have been growing for so long now. I think I originally started celeriac on the 2nd of February. No, the 4th of February, and nothing took because I was burying the seeds as per the instructions on the website for Premier Seeds Direct, whereas in fact they need sunlight to germinate. So I'm hoping that these are going to survive, they're not going to get slugged. There's one of the other allotment owners who's been complaining that everything she puts in the ground has just been getting slugged. There we go, that's a celeriac. Next job is to get the garlic out, some of the garlic out. Well, this is the garlic bed. I'm leaving the elephant garlic in because that is still looking good. I'm just going to snap off these garlic scapes because I don't need them. And we're just going to lift all the other garlic. Now I think there was 2 types of garlic in here. There was oh, I can smell the garlic. There was all the wrong labels in here. That's a chocha which I grew about 3 years ago. Autumn King carrots. Right, I think the first ones here were the Iberian garlic, so let's see if I've got anything from them. And don't be tempted to pull your garlic out the ground. Always put a fork under it. It's quite disappointing actually. Yeah, very small. And I don't know what's caused it to be that small. It smells nice though. But it's not going to grow anymore, all the leaves have died off. Each bulb of this garlic I'm taking out now is about the size of a clove of elephant garlic. Just checking for some see if there's any onion rot, but I can't see any. I mean, that's a better size, but it's by no means big. This is a Gemador one. Look at the size of that. Useless. There's another Gemador. So these ones here must have been Iberian. The Gemador have got a little bit of purple on them. Don't know if you can see that. So the Iberian are all white, and the Gemador have got purple. But it's not looking a good harvest. I'm just going to take them all out, let them dry off, and then I'll see what I've got. No, I'm not feeling it for the garlic this year. God, it's dreadful. On the plus side, lifting this garlic now means that I can put something else in here. I'm trying to think what else I've got that I can put in here. Now this looks like onion rot a little bit. So I wondered if that's having a problem. Well, I won't be growing garlic in this bed next year, or onions. Onion rot, no, I haven't seen that for a while. And if you look at this one, sorry, cramp in my leg. It looks like onion rot, but it looks like it started bulbing up inside the leaf for some reason. So, yeah, odd. There we go, that's a garlic. That's got to be the worst garlic harvest I've ever had. And I don't know why. Well, that's it. That's the end of the day. But before we go, let me just give you a quick look around to see what we've got done this week. So we'll start off over here in the sweet corn cage. As you can see, we've got all this we did during the week. And we've got the sweet corn planted. We've got 11 sweet corns there. 12 would have been better, but 11's okay. I can see some slime trails in there, so we need to keep an eye on that, maybe put some pellets down. But they're okay so far. These brassicas here are doing okay. We've got the drumhead red cabbage, some black kale, and 3 stromboli broccolis, calabres. This side, we've got a couple of snowball cauliflowers, and we've got a couple of very small Swedes. I'm still waiting for these seed pods to mature, but they're getting there. A lot of them are turning from purple to green, so once they've turned from purple to green, I've got to wait for them to turn from green to brown, and that's when they dry out with the seeds in. So we're waiting for that. This disappointment here was another cauliflower we put in, but as you can see, it's the slugs have stripped it bare. So I will be putting some more slug juice down the next time I come up. So I'll put some slug juice down in there, and hopefully that'll protect everything else that's in there. In the tomato bed, the Siberian panthers are doing well. They're doing a lot better than I thought they would be because of the cold weather we had during the week. But yeah, they're doing okay. I'm not over the moon with them, but they're okay at the minute. I'll be more happy once we start seeing the fruit coming through and if they put on a bit of more height. We also got in the pink panthers today. These were brought from home, so these are done the same way in the halo pots. The only difference being was I've got the full stakes in these ones. I've got more of these stakes at home. I'll bring them up and I'll stake out the Siberian panthers. Potatoes, they're doing okay. They still have to be earthed up. The pak choi's gone well over, but I've put in the celeriac. I've got a couple of little celeriacs there. Did find one beetroot, but I'm going to sow some more beetroot at home and bring it up. So the two celeriac there. I've got a couple of wasabis up there, but they will have to be transplanted to another bed because they grow very large and there's not enough room in there. So yeah, these are the ones that haven't gone to seed, so they're doing okay. Single seed potatoes are doing okay. I just need to put a bit more compost in them. I want to have a bit more compost all the way up to the top almost, because the more compost in there is the more water retention the pots will have. If they're only half full, they're only holding half the amount of water, and I really would like them to be able to keep as much water as possible during this dry spell, during the summer. These potatoes, these are my first earlies, and these have gone over. These are ready for picking now. So during the week I might come up and I'll do a potato reveal, see what the first earlies were. I think they're a Kestrel or Rocket. That's usually the two that I alternate with every year. So it's either Kestrel or Rocket. The one down here, which seems to be going strong, that might be something different, because I would imagine the first earlies all go over at the same time if they're all the same variety. Beans are doing well. They're okay. Just need a little bit of attention here and there to keep them wrapped around the canes. This is my garlic bed, which was disappointing. The elephant garlic's still going strong, so I'm going to leave them in until they start to die back a bit. But I'm putting this net over, but I don't really need the net over anymore. We're not going to get allium leaf miner at this time of the year, so but I'll just put it over anyway for the moment. Over here, sweet peas are coming out. They're looking really nice. Well, this bed was given a half weed. I've still to weed the other half. There's another useful to go around and do a tour at the end, because it makes you pick up all the tools that you've left lying around. So sweet peas are looking good. Still a few broad beans there, and there's still a few munch too, but the munch too are dying back, so I might leave the munch too and take them for seeds for next year. The peas, haven't really picked them yet. The plants were a bit disappointing. I never staked them up properly enough, so they've been growing like flat on the floor. But there are some peas there, and we'll take them next week. Further on up here, we've got greyhound cabbage and a few stromboli and a few Swedes at the end. One of the stromboli's been stripped bare, which is really disappointing because it's one of my favourite broccolis. But that's what's happened. The lettuce, I've given them a water today and they've all perked up a little bit. There's a few holes in some of the leaves, but it looks not bad. What I'll do is I'll put some slug juice in there and get them going, see if that'll protect them. If I come round here, I've done a lot of weeding in this carrot bed. As I said, I made the mistake of putting the carrots in too early. I should have left it for a month after I put all the compost back in, and that way, if I'd left it for a month, all the weeds would have come up. I would have known everything was a weed, and I'd just strip it all out in one go. Then I could have planted. But instead, I was that desperate to get the carrot seeds in. As soon as I got the compost in, I put the carrot seeds in, and what happened was all the weeds came up at the same time as the carrots, and they were very hard to tell apart. So all the gaps here, I've got the carrot seeds back home. I'll come up during the week, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the pelleted seed and go through and put through maybe 3 lines of the pelleted seeds in, and give them a good water and see if we get any results from that. The peppers are all looking good. The aubergines are looking good as well. I still have to look up to see how they fruit, but the peppers are looking good. Sweet peppers are a bit small and might be a disappointment, but all the aubergines have got flowers on again, so I'm hoping at least one of the plants will give us some fruit. But yeah, it's all looking okay in here. Everything's been watered again this week. You don't need to water chili peppers too often. They like to be stressed a little bit, but this will need to be cleared off. This is going to be like a full day's job, just clearing this. Then I'll take the fabric off and give it a weed, and we'll use this for something. I might use my cherry tomatoes in here. I've got squashes at home and cherry tomatoes at home, and I think that's the last of the things that need to come up at the moment. So, and if we come down here, I've resown some new seed in the parsnip bed, so hopefully we'll get some parsnips sometime this year. And here is the pathetic garlic. I mean, I've cleaned this one off a little bit, but yeah, I've got elephant garlic cloves that are bigger than that entire bulb, and the Gemador is just as bad. So I don't know what went wrong with the garlic there, but it is the worst garlic crop I've ever had. Sorry, I'm in the shade, aren't I? So that's the worst garlic crop I've ever had. But you live and learn. Well, hopefully you live and learn. I'm not sure what the lesson is I have to learn from this, but we'll try again next year. Well, if you've got this far, thanks for sticking around, and thanks for subscribing. Leave a comment if you wish to. I'll try and answer all comments, but thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all again next week.